Hi, Sarah here, and today I have a video for you. It's a tutorial on a pose called Laghu Vajrasana. So we'll break the pose down and we'll look at some ways to develop it. And if you find this video helpful, be sure to like it and go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find other similar content and some practice videos as well. All right, thank you.
All right, hi. So I just wanted to go over a pose called Laghu Vajrasana. This pose comes up in the second series of Ashtanga Yoga. It's part of the back bending sequence that leads up to Kapotasana. This pose, it is a back bend, it has spinal extension, but really the emphasis is going to be on the strength of the legs. So that is much more the focal point than the back bend, although there certainly is the back bend part to it. But it's all leg strength here, all strength of the quads. So I'll show a few preps for it, a few progressions kind of leading up to it, and then I can also show the completion of the pose as well. So let's take a look. So you'll come onto the mat, you'll come onto your knees, and you would want to do any of this work when you're already warmed up. So I've already done some sun salutations, I've done the standing sequence, so my body is warm, so I'm taking that into account. But Laghu Vajrasana, you're going to line the knees up so they're underneath the hips. Tops of the feet are down. You'll actually notice the small detail of the toes pressing into the mat. And here is a great place to start with this pose. So pelvis is going to be forward. You can reach your arms out and start to lift the chin. I'm lifting my sternum up here, and I'm just going to lean and dip back. All right, so that's just a super subtle movement, and just start to get familiar. So we're always going to work slow and gradual. So just dipping back and then coming back up, dipping back. Notice I'm keeping my chin lifted here, and I'll do two more, dipping back and coming back up. One more, dip, and then come up. All right. So that's just starting to get familiar with the motion, the movement of leaning back a little bit here. So I'll go a little bit deeper this time. So I'm back onto the knees here. I'll start with my hands on the hips. I'm going to lean back, but this time I'm going to add in extension of my arms back. So I'm going to be reaching back. So pelvis forward, lift the sternum, start to lift the chin. And then I'm going to lean back here and come forward, leaning back and come forward. Okay, so this puts a little bit more demand on the strength in the legs. So when my arms were forward, it was a little bit easier for me to lift up. So you can, spend more time on some of the earlier progressions of these drills, these lead ups to Laghu Vajrasana, kind of work where you feel a challenge, but without feeling overwhelmed. So you want to be able to engage with the work there. And then arms back, pelvis forward, chest lifting up my chin to dip the head back, and down and up. I'll just take a few rounds like that. One more here. All right, rise up. Okay, so next I'm going to lean my hands back. I'm going to take a bind of the ankles just above the heels, and then I'll go back. I'm going to try to keep my arms extended as I lean back. And I want to lean back as much as I can, feel confident knowing that I can pull myself back up, because right now I'm just doing the work by myself here. Lifting chest, reaching back. My hands are going to come down to take the ankles, and have a real strong engagement in my thighs and the tops of my feet and the toes. And then coming back up, hands to hips. Okay. All right, so you're going to really feel that burn. You're going to feel that strength, and you're going to build strength in your quadriceps as well. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do the full pose here. I'll take the bind of the ankles just above the feet, and I'm going to dip my head back, and I'm going to hold for 5. Laghu Vajrasana. here. I'm lifting, 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 breathing in. Exhale, I'm going to reach back and start to dip. Taking the bind here. Tops of my feet, even the tops of my toes are pressing, lowering. My head is touching lightly, and I'm going to hold for 5. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, the hands to the hips and bring the hands down. Lift the knees. Plank pose, vinyasa.